Hi everybody, welcome back to Eli's Imagination Station, and today we're doing a repair on this DanDee Rockin' Rhymes Humpty Dumpty. And he's supposed to rock back and forth. He used to, but he's not doing it anymore. It doesn't show up on camera anymore. You'll definitely hear it probably, but he's just vibrating a little bit. Yeah, I think the gears are slipping. Oh, we stopped putting it over there, remember? Camera, we were putting it over there.
Oh, yeah, we had stuck it on the side. That's
yeah.
Right. You want to move it?
You can if you want.
All right, we can move it over here. Just got to pause it.
Okay. Okay, guys, we're back. We forgot that we do them over here now. On that side. So this one doesn't have a tie strap. This one's just glued.
Does that come off?
No, it's
looking.
stuck around there.
Yeah. Take the batteries out first.
Yep. That's always the first step of a repair. Take the batteries out. Nothing. I just got the clock today, if you guys didn't see my review.
You already posted it?
Don't squish his head.
I'm not squishing his head, I'm just holding him upside down. Yeah, it's just glued.
Just glued?
Yeah.
I think he's been taken apart before back here.
What do you think?
Right there. It looks, the stitching is a little different. See?
Either that or they might have had to, you might have come unstitched.
Yeah, that could be too.
There.
Because I don't know why they would have cut it right there.
Let's take a look.
Here's the bottom of the mechanism.
Yeah.
Remember the cheeks are in the lights are in the cheeks, so we won't be able to take it out all the way. Oh my gosh, is that the top of the? Oh, what the heck?
That's it. So there's the wires. Yeah, wires going into the
Oh, it's cheeks. Got one of those mechanisms where it spins like that. I wonder if it's.
All right, so now let's put it, since I got them open.
I remember the one on With or Without Fur, the frog was like that.
Let's see what it's doing now.
Oh yeah, it's the gears.
It's slipping.
Yep, something like the gears splitting.
Yeah. It's got a belt. It could have a belt that's wore out, but it's probably a gear. Nothing unplugs, huh?
Yeah.
I have to work with it beside it like that. All right, so looks like it comes off there and there. So this comes off. So we can take this top piece out.
Yeah, I remember the frog on With or Without Fur had that mechanism.
Oh, did it? Which frog?
I think both of the frogs.
Is it a DanDee frog?
Huh?
It's a frog from the series?
Not from the series, but they're from the same movie. It was the frog I was wanting for Easter and a Valentine's Day frog.
I thought that would have came. Took the screw out. Well, let's take these ones out and see what it does.
Probably won't do anything because we don't have batteries in it.
I need to get it apart. I have a skinnier one. Is this one skinnier? Nope, it's about the same.
Not fitting in the hole or not fitting in the screw?
Not fitting in the hole. It would fit in the screw, that screwdriver, but it's a little bit too big to big too. You want to go get me that little one in there that you can flip back and forth out of the drawer, please?
I always have trouble finding this.
Should be towards the front.
Oh, this one?
Yes,
Oh,
that one.
I thought you were talking about the one that didn't have like the extra thing.
No, that one's in here.
Oh.
See if this one works.
Yeah, I didn't even think about it being that mechanism. And look at the speaker on it really quick. That's the speaker right there.
Oh yeah, it sure is.
I mean, it's a normal
speaker, yeah. It just has
normal looking speaker. It's just the guard on it looks.
it's a very compact little. That's the speaker opening he's talking about right here.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
It's a very compact design.
What does that mean?
Compact, like it's small.
Yeah.
It's got everything all in one tiny little.
Well, imagine how small the clock is.
So is there's a gear. Oh.
Screws are falling out. What does that say? Is it just numbers? Right there. On the side.
This is little pieces. I bet you it's that gray gear that's busted. These are gray.
Oh yeah, I think it is. I think that gray gear is.
Yeah, this one seems to be fine.
Here, I want to see what
Is
this
there another? Is there
Yeah,
another
it's
screw
just-
somewhere? Only 3 screws.
Oh, there's one in here.
Oh, the one's still in there. Okay. All right, so let's check this gear. Yeah, there's pieces. Oh yeah, there it is right there.
Ooh.
Pieces of gray on that one.
Yep. So that gear is
So
splitting.
that one goes like that,
Yeah.
and then this one goes underneath it. They go together in reverse order. Oh yeah, there's the culprit right there.
The screw don't want to come out.
See if it'll focus. Doesn't want to focus,
Oh,
huh?
there we go.
But this one's got missing teeth. If I put it up this way.
Is it okay if I?
There you can kind of see it. Half of the teeth are busted off.
Is it okay if I play with this mechanism a little bit?
For a little bit, yeah.
I kind of like the way that
Need to
this-
find one of these gears. Is all the stuff out of there?
Yeah, the other
Okay.
screw came out.
Alright.
Here, I'm gonna show them how this works really quick.
Okay.
So this little gear right here spins, and that spins the gray one, and then that spins those other ones. Those other ones spins this one, which is attached to this, which when that spins, see it,
That's tiny ones.
that spins and it makes this
Gears.
go forward and back. I didn't expect there to be a blue tube in there. That's kind of a,
Yeah, that's kind of different, huh?
yeah, a little bit of a
I
different
need to
design.
find. They almost look like mouse droppings.
Let me see.
The little.
Okay, but they're not though.
They're not. No,
They're not.
The
There's
teeth off of this
Oh,
little.
there's one on my finger.
Yep. Get a
This-
mouse poop on your finger.
Oh yeah, they're all in here too.
Mm-hmm.
There's one there.
Yeah. That's, that one's a little. Well, is that one the right size?
I can't tell.
Trying to hold it up to the light, see if they're. That looks.
I'm
I
gonna,
think that looks like it, bud.
I'm gonna show them this.
So that one would go right here, and then this guy would go on top. Let's see if it lines up. It doesn't quite line up. The inside gear is a little bit too small on that one. Find a different one. This one was almost the right size.
It was a slight difference.
Yeah, the inside gear is a little bit too small.
Too small?
Yep.
It looked a little taller than it was supposed to.
Yeah, the height is okay if it's a little bit different, as long as it's not too much, but the gear has to be the same diameter, otherwise it won't catch.
Hopefully we'll be able to put them back together again. All of his horses and all his men couldn't put them back together again.
That one fits there, but I got a feeling it's going to be too big. Oh, no, maybe not. Alright, let me see that piece. Well, here, let me put these back in the bag first. Oh.
The camera's like, what bag?
This bag. This Ziploc.
Is there a certain way that it goes back on?
Yeah.
Or does it matter if it goes this way or this way?
I don't know. I'll have to look in there. Get these put up first.
The only way to really tell is that little circle right there.
Mm-hmm.
Or the sticker. Was this little sticker on the front or the back?
I don't know. I think it was on the back, because I don't remember seeing it even. Alright.
Yeah, that stuff up in there, look at it's really gunky. It's really gunky up in there.
Yeah, that's that grease type stuff. Oh, I know, it looks like it. Yeah, it goes on, see, so it's got the hole there for the gear, so that goes on this one. And then see how there's a hole there offset? So that's got to line up with this one, so it does matter. So it has to go like this.
And when that gear under there spins, it's attached to this little thing, which that spins,
Yep.
and then that makes that rock forward and back.
Real quick, I'll put the battery in it, and I'll just hold the top on.
Well, it's going to go forward, so... Uh-oh, jam.
It did jam. Seems to go fine like that.
Maybe the gear is too big.
I'm thinking maybe I had it. Oh, maybe. Yeah, I see what you mean, bud.
Oh, the gear's too big?
Yeah, it might be a little bit too tall.
Yeah, that's what I was saying.
Yeah, you did say that. I thought it would be okay, but once I put the top on it, it kind of jams it.
So I'll have to find a different
So, I'm glad I didn't zip the bag up. So this one's the right size. It's just a little bit too tall. Oh, let me dump all these back out.
We could always cut it a little short.
That'd be kind of hard to cut that one. I'd be afraid of damaging it. Those are too small. Let's put them in the ones that we know won't work. That's too skinny, too skinny, too skinny.
It would look different if well, obviously it would look different than before.
I wonder if,
If you went back and forth.
if this one.
See, when this spins, I've never seen one.
So wait, this one went on first, right? Or no? Let me do this. I might be able to use this one here.
Is that the same one?
No, this is the one that. Oh no, that one's bigger around. So now I'm gonna have that song in my head, bud.
Woo! I have a long nose. Woo! What do you think of my?
Is that the only one that's got that?
What do you think of my new nose?
That's the only one. Oh, that one's smaller.
Achoo! Oh, my nose is stuck up. Yeah.
Is that one shorter? No, that looks about the same.
Did we take the batteries out? Or are they still?
No, I left them in there. Yeah, I think that's still going to be too tall. Oh, I need that piece.
Peace. Oh my gosh, that was a big old bird. Peace. Peace out.
Not sure how I can. I don't have any more that are that size that with a shorter height. This
Like
one
I said, we can always.
I'd have to take it out and put it on the grinder out in the shop to grind it down. I couldn't just cut it down.
Well, yeah, we would have to grind it.
This one's not grinding it. Eli, where'd you go? How's this?
That's way too strong. That is definitely putting strain on the motor.
How about that?
I don't think I'm gonna risk it. I don't want to risk it. That one's really rare. And I don't want to get messed up to where we can't get it fixed.
Yeah. Well, then I'm going to have to take this one out into the shop real quick and try to grind it down. Just a little bit off of it.
Right now?
Yep, I'll pause it. We can pause it and then I'll grind a little bit off the height off of this one. And then bring it back in. How's that sound? Alright. We'll be back in a minute. I'll go grind it down.
It won't be a minute.
A couple minutes.
Okay, guys, we're back. We messed up the first one, but we got this one.
Yep. I had to try twice, so this is the first one.
Gotta play with this.
I ground this one down.
This thing
A little bit too
more
much.
before we have to put it back on.
If you can tell. It's a little bit crooked. Ground one side down.
Look, he's got a long nose.
But this one looks pretty good height. Compare it to the other one. Yeah, it's a touch higher than what the other one is, but I think it's going to be perfect. I think it's going to work.
I got a hook stuck in your head.
Yeah, another one stuck in my head.
I got a hook stuck in your mind. Please tell me this will work. It's making that noise though.
Huh? That's just the noise of this. Yeah, that's just.
Here, when
the
you
noise
take it
of
off, does
going.
it make that?
Hmm?
Oh no, I guess it is just that.
It's just the noise of the phone. Alright, so we gotta put screws back in it.
And hopefully it'll move when we get it back on. Because it was still moving when we had the skin off. It's just it couldn't handle much weight.
Mm-hmm.
When they can't handle just a slight amount of the right weight that they're supposed to.
Well, that's because all the gears were, half the gears were busted off that other one. Actually, over half, looking at it. Off that the old one that was in there.
I've always wondered why he just rocks forward and back like that. But with the mechanism, it's just like the top half. So maybe he's like bobbing to the music.
Mm-hmm.
But because he doesn't have he's just like a whole round thing. He doesn't have It goes kind of slow.
Huh?
It's kind of going slow.
Sounds fast.
Yeah. Oh, Humpty Dumpty!
Why did it stop?
Humpty Dumpty! Come on!
I don't know why you would have stopped. Crank the screws down too tight, maybe. Nope. Somehow it's stuck again.
If it's the gear, then this one's probably not going to be fixable for right now. It might just have to be a frozen Humpty Dumpty. Maybe they were able to put them back together again. Why did I say together?
I don't know.
Maybe they were able to put them back together again, but
I don't know what would be.
he's not. Oh.
What's stopping it? Is that gear good too, or is that one? No, that one looks fine. I think I might have just cranked the screws in too much. Make sure I got it seated properly.
If it doesn't work this time, then I just wanna.
That could still be a little bit too tall. I could grind it down a tiny little bit more.
Yeah.
Because it's still a little bit taller than those ones, but.
That could be why. Don't hurt to try. That's what you told me when we did my Teddy Ruxpin repair. You don't hurt to try.
There we go.
Humpty Dumpty, he sat on a wall. Humpty Dumpty, he had a great big fall. All of his horses and all of his men couldn't.
It wasn't his horses. It was King's horses.
Well, he's the king.
Oh, is he?
Yeah, he's got the crown.
Yeah, he is wearing a crown, huh?
All of his horses and all of his men. They slow him down. It's definitely slowing down.
Well, it's the same speed as it was before. I think it's working.
It's definitely going slower than it's supposed to be.
Really?
Yes.
It doesn't sound slower. Not to me.
It doesn't. You don't use your ears. You use your eyes.
I'm using my eyes. Well, I mean, the music would. Well, I guess the music doesn't slow down at all.
Yeah.
But visually, it looks as fast as it did when you said it was good.
I don't want to force it to go like that.
It's not forcing it.
Well, that's too slow. I know that's not. It's supposed to go faster.
Well, I want to see
Okay.
once we get it on. Okay.
Okay.
I'm the one that fixes them all the time, so you got to trust me to actually fix it. Wow, I see why it has to be glued in there. It does not want to come around now. There. Almost. I have a feeling he's going to inch up as he goes, but we'll see.
I have a feeling he's not going to move.
Well. He's stuck again.
That's the new problem with Humpty Dumpty. He didn't fall off the wall. He just couldn't get back up again because he always gets jammed when he's down, so he just can't get back up again. That's what happened.
I wonder if this other one that I ground down too much would work. I don't think so, because it's really low on the inside.
Yeah, that one wouldn't work. It's all crooked. If it doesn't work this time, then I just don't want to try anymore because.
Well, I'll grind the thing down if it doesn't work after this. I'll try and grind that other one down a little bit more.
Okay. If it doesn't work after you ground the other gear, then I just don't want to.
Okay.
Because this one's really rare and I don't want to get messed up.
Yeah, I can always try and find a new gear that's the exact same size. I didn't look in that other bag, so.
Yeah, I'd rather him being not moving than not working at all.
That's going faster.
Yeah, it's slowing down again.
That's the same speed as it started out as. That is going a lot faster than the other one did. I guess you were right. Let's see if it'll move them.
I can tell it's having trouble.
Really?
Yeah, I can hear it. It's having.
Maybe the motor got weak.
Maybe.
It's moving them though. But if the
Yeah.
motor got weak, then it's the only way to fix that would be to replace the motor. So you could keep using them just until the motor completely dies, and then we could put a new one in. That's the same motor that we have a bunch of.
Yeah, I wanna take that gear out.
Well, that gear actually works.
Well, because I'm pretty sure because it was working fine before, but every time we put the gear on there, it sounds and looks a little messed up.
You want me to try and grind this one down to the same height as the old one?
You can if you want.
Actually, that is. Yeah, that is the same height as the old one. Yeah, it is. I ground it down enough. That's the same height. Let me go through and make sure that there's nothing stuck in the teeth after I ground it.
At this point, I want to just take the gear
Hold
out.
on, bud. Let me finish. Okay.
Okay.
This one's got a little bit of plastic in it from where I ground it down. Which I probably should have done this before I even put it back in there. I bet you this is what was messing with this one. When I ground the top off, it got a little bit of plastic in the, well, you're not even in here.
I'm right here.
Oh, you got a little bit of plastic in the teeth. That's probably what was making it catch. See that stuff? That's little parts of the plastic because I ground it short. Yeah, but every little tooth has some in it. That's just a little bit of it that I got on one of them. I didn't think of that. I should have done this first before I even tried to put this one back in.
I don't think those little tiny pieces would be messing with it though.
Oh yeah, when they get in a gear, that'll mess with it a lot inside that gear. That and the shaft is a little bit.
But those are like really so thin pieces that they could like just move around when the gears move. Probably.
No, not really. They get jammed in there. And let's get even more of it out. Let's see how that looks now. Where'd you go, bud?
I'm looking outside. There's people over here.
Oh, there's people outside? I thought you were making a video. Get all the little bits of plastic out of here. So it's as smooth as possible. And I think that's good. This is all for the last little fine pieces out without scraping it. Okay, and then I'm taking that apart. Okay, take this one off, then take this one off, and then take this one out, and put this one. But before I put this one in, I'm going to take some of this stuff. Get some of this greasy stuff, maybe. Was there a whole bunch of greasy stuff up here, you said?
Yeah, up in there.
Oh yeah, they got a lot up here that they might not need. Oh, no, Q-tip. Oh, yeah, they got a lot of extra grease up on that one. I'm going to grease this one up. That's the only difference. The old one was greased up.
And the old one was gray.
Well,
And
yeah.
it was split.
Well, I mean, it was broken, but my guess is it probably...
And it was gray. It was gray.
Something was probably up against it when it was trying to spin. And it couldn't move, so it ground the gear.
Yeah, maybe.
I'm putting some of that grease on here, so that should stop it from getting hung up. Since there's a lot of extra grease up on this one.
I'm not sure if this has anything to do with it, but once you're done doing that, there's something I wanted to show you with this piece as well. That I noticed when I was playing around with it.
What's that?
It shouldn't mess with it, with the actual mechanism part, because when this part spins. But when I was doing this, when I was making it go back and forth, it got jammed when it goes like that.
Yeah, it's because it's straight on. Because this doesn't move it. This moves it.
Yeah.
See how this...
I didn't figure that had anything to do with it, but it might have, so I figured I would tell you.
Oh, you know what I didn't do is put these screws back in it. I wonder if that was messing with it. I forgot to put these screws back in.
What do those screws do?
They just kind of hold it together, but I had taken them out thinking I could take it apart that way, but I never put them back in. Which was probably a mistake.
I would actually think with the screws in there would make it worse.
I dropped one on the floor. Can you see if you can find it, please?
I saw that. Screw.
Okay. Alright, so now that I got some grease on this one.
Got some grease on there?
Yeah, I greased it up. Grease that one up a little bit. Take some off of here. I need to get some of that gear grease, huh?
Eat bananas and apples. I like to eat bananas and apples. Why is Mommy making such a weird face? What's wrong with my singing?
Your face isn't weird.
I was talking about Mommy.
Well, she made your face.
I was singing bananas and apples.
Your face is the one she made.
I like to eat bananas and apples. What's wrong with I singing that song?
It's equals and bananas.
Equals and bananas.
I like
Okay.
to eat. Equals and bananas.
Okay, I like to eat.
Paninis? I like paninis.
I like to eat. Bananas and apples. I like to eat. Bananas and apples. I like to eat bananas and apples. I like to eat bananas and apples. It's going slow.
Is it? Yeah, doesn't take much to stop it, huh? I think that gear is just too tight.
Yeah.
This one kind of worked, but you didn't like it. It was working though. With that other one,
Yeah.
you said it wasn't going fast, but it didn't jam.
Nah. Once again, I don't want to risk it because if this one,
So it's not going to work though.
I know, but I'd rather
You'd rather it not work than not work?
I'd rather it not move than not work at all because if it like jams like that, it could mess it up.
It only jams with this gear. With the other gear, it doesn't
It was
jam.
jamming with the other one. I remember.
This.
I remember what it looked like. It was jamming with that one too.
I thought it was just going slow. I'll try.
Well,
Maybe I
yeah.
can switch them. Maybe I put them back in the wrong. I know this was the bad one that we replaced. Maybe I put these backwards. I think. No. Nope. No, that's the way it goes. I stayed the same speed the whole time. So let me see what happens when I put it back in now.
What did you do different when we used that gear last time?
It's got more grease on where it hooks up to.
What does the grease even do to the gears?
It just makes them less friction, so they can go smoother.
Makes them go faster. Oh.
Yep.
see when he goes forward and then goes back, it kind of slows down.
Well, it's not glued, remember?
Yeah, but the glue didn't change anything.
Well, his material is kind of slipping. Let me get a hold of him better. I didn't mean to push it that time. I didn't have them all the way together yet.
You couldn't put them back together to.
Well, I could. I just
before he started
I wasn't
dancing,
ready.
singing and dancing. He's still doing the same thing.
That's what he always did, didn't he?
Uh-oh.
You got a video of him?
Yeah, but it's long. That's what I'm saying.
Oh, it's back on your phone?
Yeah. I actually don't even think it's on my phone right now.
I think that's good, bud. All it's going to do is go slow. It ain't going to hurt anything by going slow. It works. If I take the gear out, then all it's going to do is sing. You won't move at all. But moving slow is better than not moving. It's not going to hurt anything by moving slow. There's no strain on it. You think? I think we just leave it like that, and you can test them a few times, and then if there's an issue, we can always take it back apart. Okay? I think he's repaired.
I don't like chancing it with my rare ones.
But what's the chance? What are you chancing? That's the part I don't understand. What is the chance?
It's just like, it sounds like it's putting strain on the motor. And stuff like that. And
If there's any strain on the motor, that means that the motor's going bad. Because everything's moving freely. So if the motor's going bad, then just play with it until the motor goes bad and we can put a new one in there. But it's moving good enough to where I don't think we should bother putting a new motor in it right now.
well, if we're gonna keep the gear in, then I want to replace the motor.
Well, I don't think there's anything wrong with that motor. You just think it's going a little bit too slow. But that's okay. It might just take a little bit for the gears to get used to being in there and kind of rub into each other since I've had to ground that one down.
But those gears have been in there for like 30 years.
Not the one that I just added in there. It's got to get used to fitting in there. We'll leave it like that at least for a couple days, okay? We'll let you keep testing it out.
Okay.
And then see what happens, okay? Does that work?
I guess.
Okay. Alright. And that's it for this one. Just got to glue them back together.
Well, we'll wait and do the testing like you were saying. Like whenever we test it, we'll just hold the fabric on.
Well, I already tested them. What do you mean?
Because you said like we would test them every...
You can test them for a couple days, yeah. I'll just put a couple spots of glue on it just to hold them together. I won't glue it all the way around. That way it'll be easy to pop off. I just put like one in each. Put like 4 little daubs. Stick. Glue's not coming out. little spot there. Drop the back in. Put one little spot in the front. Hold the front in. Where'd he go? Keeps disappearing. There he is. Alright. Let that set for a while. Let the glue dry. And that's it.
Thank you, Daddy.
Welcome.
Bye.
Bye for now.